Hi everyone, it's Ashley and I'm back this week with a new video for Hip Kit Club, and I am working with the new September kits for this layout. They are pretty gorgeous, probably one of my favorite kits this year. And I am working with one of the cut files. You can see right now I went ahead and cut it from one of the pattern papers in the kit, and it looks like a big blob right now. It kind of looks weird, but I'm going to show you a little quick tutorial on how you can fix that and make it look like it's supposed to. So I cut it, and I want to add that leather kind of looking crepe paper pattern behind it. And you can see there I have my mat, and I kept the words and all the little inside bits. And so what I'm going to do is cut that paper. That's what I want behind it. So I'm just going to add some adhesive around the edges of the words there. And then I'm also going to add some around the edges of my paper. And I really like the way this looks once I'm finished, because that really does look like real leather behind there, especially at the photo at the end. It's really cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the words in, and now I'm going to fill in all those little empty spaces with the excess pieces. So when you take that off, it's going to make the words where you can actually read what they say, and it won't be a huge blob there in the center. So I'm just going to add all these little pieces in. I decided to use my liquid adhesive just because these were really small, and I didn't want to try to use the tape runner to add adhesive to the back of those. So the liquid was better because I was able to put it on in the amount that I wanted and kind of spread it out. So, and it spreads when you press it down too, so it gets all those little edges just so it won't come up off your page. And these little E's are very tiny, so I put the glue kind of just right inside those there on the paper. And I have to work with those. I do have some tweezers, but I have no idea what I have done with them. They're in my scrap area somewhere, but I cannot find them, so they probably would have worked great for that. And now I've got everything in place, and I'm just going to take up the words here, and if you have some scissors or like a little paper piercer or something close by, that kind of helps hold those down. And so now you can see how cool that looks. So I backed it and then just put those little pieces back over it. And it's just something different. You could cut it and just use the positive piece if you wanted to, but I liked the negative effect, and you can save that positive piece for another layout for later on and use it on something different. So now I'm going to start building my page. I had the ephemera pack from the Gather collection by Maggie Holmes. I think Kimberly posted that there was some shipping problems with this being included in every kit, so some of you may get it, some of you may not. You'll have a substitution. But I'm using several pieces from the pack just as layering elements behind my photo. I'm kind of focusing on ephemera for this layout, and so I'm going to use actually a pretty good bit of this pack, but there's so much of it. I mean, I don't even know how many pieces are in this package, but I have so much of it that I could probably use it on like 10 or 20 layouts and still have some left over. So I wanted to use those kind of little tags and things there under my photo. And then I just like that little hello. And I'm going through, because I actually just got my kit Thursday, and this is Saturday that I'm recording, and I was sick on Thursday and Friday, so I actually just opened it up this morning before I started doing my layout and kind of going through, so I didn't even know what all was in the ephemera pack, so that's why I'm kind of looking through there to see what I want to use on the layout. And I just wanted to kind of build a cluster up there around the photo. And I'm bringing in some of the Simple Stories little brads. I love those because they are called brads, but they don't have the little pointy braddy things on the back of them. They actually have adhesive, so you don't have to worry about poking it through your page. You can just stick it right on wherever you want it. And now I'm adding some of the chipboard crepe paper. This also goes with the Gather collection. And sorry, I'm down there below. I apparently moved my paper and didn't realize that I had shifted it down when I was videotaping, but you can just see I'm adding those there at the bottom, just layering them over that ephemera piece there. When we get our kits, I like to kind of mix like all the different textures of the embellishments that we have, like if there's wood veneers or chipboard or enamel dots or brads. I kind of like to pull those and get as many of those on here as I can. And so now you can see I'm using some of the enamel dots. These are also Simple Stories. I'm mostly using Simple Stories and crepe paper on this layout. Those are basically what I pulled out. And I'm looking through the ephemera again because I kind of wanted to add another floral over there on that left hand side to balance out the one on the right hand side. I thought about using the leaves, but I decided I'd hoard those because they're really, really pretty. So I decided to go with the flower instead. And that little, the clear ephemera piece there on the right hand side, the transparent piece, I'm actually going to add some washi tape to that, and I'm going to take it off screen and stitch, and that's really the last thing I do. I didn't want to add that with any adhesive, so I just decided to stitch around it. And so when I come back, you'll see the finished layout with the stitching and the close-ups. And thanks so much for joining me this week. I hope to see you next time.